Hey guys, so this video is going to be how to install the door knob and latch and striker plate. So I made the video of installing this closet door. The closet door is just a plain door. It had, it needed to have the hinge locations routed out. Fortunately, it does have the hole for the handle drilled, and it does have the latch area routed out as well, which is nice. But because I had to custom make the door frame, there is no spot for the striker plate to go. So I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do that. First off, you want to start by installing the latch. That's this guy here. Definitely want to make sure that you pre-drill those holes first. Get this in here. You can mark it out, pre-drill those holes so you don't split the wood. Now that I have the latch installed, the next step is to bring it over. You're going to use that latch, the dimensions of the latch, to mark out on the door frame where your striker plate is going to go. The striker plate and the latch should be the same dimension. So I've already done that actually, so I'm going to slide that over. And you can see I made two marks, one on the top, one on the bottom, and that's going to help me locate where the striker plate is going to be installed. All right, the next step is you want to measure from the front of the door to the back of the latch. So I'm going to set my square right there so it lines up with the back of the latch. You can just take the measurement, and if you don't have a square, with a ruler. And you can take that measurement from the front edge of your door frame, and you're going to transfer that measurement off the front edge to the back here. Okay, so now that you have the whole thing traced out, we want to trace out the middle as well and find the center point there so that we can drill out a hole with this Forstner bit. I'm going to use a 7/8 Forstner bit, and we're going to drill this hole right here. It doesn't have to go that deep. It only has to go as deep as this tab that's, that's sticking out. And the hole is to accommodate that tab / accommodate the latch that sticks out, so it has a hole to go into. All right, there's the hole. You can throw your latch, your strike plate on there to see how well it works. All my lines are lined up. That looks pretty good. Plenty of space in there for the tab and plenty of space for the latch. Okay, next we need to route out the area or chisel out the area where this is going to go in. We're only going as deep as the thickness of this, so not very deep at all because we want it to be flush. You can use a couple of different tools. We can use a razor blade. A razor blade is going to be basically used to outline this. A little bit more difficult because you have to have a steady hand to follow that line. Or if you have nice sharp chisels, they got to be sharp for this. You can go in and you can use your mallet and your chisel, and you basically just hit a couple of spots, hit a couple of spots, hit a couple of spots, and then we come in from the front, side, in all directions to basically get rid of all that wood. I'm going to use the chisel and the mallet to do the outsides to start. All right, so there you can see I edged it basically by getting my chisel in there, hitting with the end of the mallet, and just making this nice crisp line all the way around. I've made a line on the front for how deep I want to go, and now I'm basically just going to start by coming in and removing wood, just like this, until I get deep enough. All right, so I'm getting pretty close. And I did biff this right here, so I get a little chip out of there, but nothing a little paint can't fix since I haven't painted this yet. But as you keep moving along here, you want to throw this in and check it. So it's getting pretty good, but it's still not sitting flush. It's still sitting a little tall, So I'm just going to keep chiseling it away until I get it so it's sitting flush. All right, didn't take long. Sits nice and flush. Now I'm ready to screw that in. Now that you have the strike plate installed, you can go ahead and finish up the rest of the doorknob. Comes with two knobs, inside and outside. This is a non-locking knob, don't need to lock the closet, and it comes with two screws. So one of them has spots to put the screws in. That's going to be the inside of the closet, so you don't see the screws. Basically, you just have the two shafts that the screws go into and the center square shaft, and you have holes that everything lines up with. So go ahead, line up the square shaft in the center, right there. And that should eventually push through. Two outside holes should line up nice. Go ahead, line up the outside holes with the inside holes, and then put your screws in. Now that you have your doorknob installed, time to test to make sure it works. Looks like it's staying shut to me. It looks like it opens up just fine and it closes nice and easy, no binding or anything like that. So there you go. That's how you install a regular doorknob and a striker plate where there already isn't a spot for the striker plate.